It's Halloween night on the island of Sodor, and the engines are working hard, pushing and pulling freight cars and coaches. They were excited for the big night. All the engines across the island were working, except for Thomas and his friends. They were listening to Toby's ghost story. And every year on Halloween, the ghost engine returns to haunt engines who don't believe in him, and all those who cross his path.
Ooh, spooky,
said Thomas and Percy, their wheels wobbling. Sounds to me like a load of rubbish, said Gordon. It may be rubbish, Gordon, but you never know. Well, I don't believe in it, said James crossly. It's all a bunch of hooey. Oh, bravo, James, said Gordon. You tell it like it is. Just then, Andy the yard worker came to see James. Show a wheel, James. We got a load of freight for you to deliver. Trucks? Said James. On Halloween? I don't want to do that. Well, it must be done, scolded Andy. And James set off furiously for his work. He biffed the cars angrily, grunting and grumbling the whole time. Oh, Halloween truck delivery? That's no fun. I want to celebrate with my friends. Just then, Boko trundled up next to James. Well, hello there, James, he said. Enjoying your evening? No, Boko, he replied. I have deliveries. I hope you don't see the ghost engine. What? You too? Of all the engines, Boko, I would have expected better from you, not this stuff and nonsense. And James stormed off, heading towards Woodland Way. James trundled slowly through Woodland Way, grumbling. Heh, legends. Ghost engines. What a joke! I'm not scared in the least bit. He trundled on till he came a point where he had to stop. He was at the bridge everyone feared. Well, here goes nothing, he said. James slowly clattered across Woodland Way Bridge. It swayed and rattled, and his wheels rumbled and trembled, and the trucks behind him were nervous. They were wobbling just as hard. But James plunged on, not fearing in the least. He made it slowly across and with great progress, but James was soon to face trouble, and he did not know it. The track James had to take forked into two different directions, and his broke in half. James tried to apply his brakes the best he could, but it was too late, and he was headed for disaster. James lay battered, bruised, and bemused. His trucks tossed everywhere, and his tenders all densed. Oh, my God, what a headache. Well, at least the worst of it's over. But how am I going to get home? Why? What was that? What was that? Oh God, what are you? No! No! Stop! Ah! Meanwhile, Thomas was sitting on a siding enjoying his evening. His boiler sizzled softly as he watched all the other engines do their work. He was happy. No responsibilities, no jobs. He was only wondering where Percy had been. Suddenly, Radar the police engine stormed into the station.
Radar? What are you doing here? Is there an emergency?
Thomas asked him. Nope, Thomas, no emergency so far. Nothing to report so far as being a good, safe Halloween, Radar replied.
Phew, well that's very good to hear,
said Thomas. Well, actually, I take that back. There is one problem, said Radar. We haven't seen James anywhere. We think something may have happened to him. Now Thomas was worried.
What? James is missing? You got to be kidding me.
Nope, sorry Thomas, I'm afraid not, said Radar. But I'll let you know if anything comes up. Now I gotta roll out. And then Radar sped off. Like a bullet he is. Thomas grew even more worried.
Oh, I wish he was here, and I wish he wasn't missing.
Meanwhile, Percy was at a station. He had just finished his mail delivery. Jonathan was standing on the platform. He had important news. Yo, Percy, I got some dairy cars I need you to deliver from the barn. Think you can handle that? No problem! And he set off to the barn. Percy backed up into his trucks. He was afraid of the old barn. Oh, This place is so creepy. I wish I didn't have to deliver here. Then it happened. Oh, what was that? Percy said, and he looked over, but nothing was there. The doorway was silent, empty, and dark. Oh, I don't like this one bit, Percy said. His wheels wobbled. Then the door slammed once more. Percy screamed loudly, and he thundered down the track, heading towards the station, afraid for his life. The cars rattled behind him nervously. Meanwhile, Molly was sitting on a sideline. She had a big flatbed full of flour behind her. She had just gotten it fresh from Farmer McCall. He had not touched it for a long time. Percy was unaware, though. He came thundering around the corner as fast as he could, unaware that Molly was there, until it was too late. "Look out!" he screamed, and he shut his eyes. Percy was now covered in flour from funnel to footplate. Molly had heard the commotion behind her and wondered what happened. "Percy, is that you? What in the world happened?" she asked. There was something in the barn, and it scared me, Percy whined loudly. "Well, hang in there, Percy. I'll have Toby and the crane on the way." Later, Toby had arrived on the siding with Rocky. He was nervous for Percy. "Percy, you've got to realize, everything I told you tonight was just a story. Nothing else," said Toby. "But you don't get it. There was something there. It was loud. It banged the door." "Percy, listen. It was just a story." "Oh, okay," said Percy. But he wasn't so sure either.